6-year-old boy deliberately shot his first grade teacher during an argument at Rich Neck Elementary School in Newport News, Virginia, leaving her in a critical condition. The incident occurred at just before 2 p.m. on Friday, the 6th of January. Newport News police took the student, who's not been publicly identified, into custody. The teacher, identified as 25-year-old Abby Zwerner, was taken to the Riverside Regional Medical Center after being shot in the chest with life-threatening injuries. Newport News Chief Scott Drew said that the individual is a 6-year-old student and is right now in police custody. This was not an accidental shooting. We did not have a situation where someone's going around the school shooting. We had a situation in one particular location where a gunshot was fired, he said. Police said that the student got into an altercation with the teacher in the classroom before shooting her. The teacher fell to her knees and screamed at the other kids to run away after being struck by a single bullet, and the student was apprehended within minutes. Police said no one else was injured during the ordeal. Legal experts say that the 6-year-old boy is unlikely to be prosecuted due to Virginia law stating that a child cannot be criminally liable for a shooting. It's believed that the investigators will instead look at how the child got hold of the handgun and investigate the boy's parents. The grandmother of one of the students, whose name remained anonymous, said that one of the students had allegedly brought shiny gold bullets to school last week and said he'll bring his gun. It's unclear if it was the same child who was taken into custody. Mayor Philip Jones says it's a dark day for Newport News. We're going to learn from this, and we're going to come back stronger, he said. A teenage boy has been charged with the fatal shooting of a Gaffney, South Carolina woman early this week. Authorities said that around 10 p.m. on the 4th of January, 18-year-old Alexis Griffin was a front seat passenger in an SUV that was driven south on Overbrook Drive by a boyfriend near Zippity gas station. 2 men were reportedly seen on foot near the intersection of West Buford Street and Overbrook Drive, after which gunshots erupted, with one bullet hitting the SUV and then Alexis. It said that her boyfriend then sped away from the scene and drove Alexis to Cherokee Medical Center, about 2 miles away, where she passed away at 11:22 p.m. Officers obtained video surveillance footage of the shooting from Overbrook Drive and collected physical evidence. Detectives located a 16-year-old suspect at 11 a.m. the following morning and took him into custody. The teen's been charged as an adult with murder, attempted murder and possession of a weapon during the commission of a violent crime. He was taken to the South Carolina Department of Juvenile Justice in Columbia. Alexis's cousin Jessica Pearson said that Alexis graduated from high school this past year and wanted to go to school to be a cosmetologist. She loved babies, people and doing their hair. Authorities are investigating the fatal shooting of 23-year-old DeAndre Meadows in Columbus, Georgia early this week. At around 6:25 p.m. on Wednesday, the 4th of January, deputies responded to reports of shots fired in the 900 block of Lawyers Lane. When officers arrived at 6:40 p.m, they found DeAndre suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Muskogee County Chief Deputy Coroner Elizabeth Allison was called to the scene at 7:07 p.m, and DeAndre was pronounced dead. Homicide detectives and crime scene investigators remain working the scene. Katiania Meadows, DeAndre's mother, said she can't find the words to describe how she feels after her son was gunned down just footsteps from their family home. He was in the house, sitting down, playing with his nieces and nephews, and then he got a phone call and went outside, and we heard gunshots, and then he got shot and killed. She said she'll never forget the moment of watching paramedics attempting to revive her son. When you lose a child, it's something you'll never get over, she said. He was a charismatic man, a great uncle, a wonderful brother and a great grandson, she said, saying she wants those responsible behind bars. Justice for my child, she said. She said that this isn't the first time the house has been hit. She said back in November the house was shot at, leaving at least 7 bullet holes, which leads her to believe he was targeted. Police have not identified a suspect, a motive, or whether anyone has been detained. Columbus police have urged anyone with information about the murder to contact Crime Stoppers